Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. Welcome if you're new. I'm Stacy and today we are doing World Watercolor Month Day 22. The prompt word was fragments. And I believe last year, the year before, for Inktober I did a variation of Cap's Shield. and thought it would be fun to do it again. I love how my other one came out. So if you're interested to see that, it is in the playlist of my Inktober 2022, I believe. But at any rate, dropping in. I'm wetting the background. I was thinking I would do a really dark background. The shield is kind of either laying on the ground or, on that planet where the everything's kind of lava rocky kind of feeling to it. So that was my mindset while I was doing this. I was actually listening to my book and just painting away and had a really nice time just paint Cap shield. And the idea of painting the shield fragmented like this, broken and shattered, and it's much more interesting subject matter to paint than the shiny, like perfectly together shield. For me, I like to paint the different textures and see if I can succeed in making it look broken, like really. I decided to use my Schmincke super granulating watercolors for the background to get that gritty kind of feeling and the darkness. I'm using the black mixed with the blue, and I do drop in a little bit of purple in some of it. Or maybe it's the rose. It might be the rose. Sorry. A little drink of water there. It's a little late in the evening. I'm doing this voiceover before bed so that I can get this video up. I have prepped the next 4 paintings for us. I'm going to work on those tomorrow. I'm super excited. Yeah, so voiceover for this one. I decided to go in with that same color. I really wet the cracked parts, the crack, the broken part, so that the super granulating watercolor would really settle in there and be super dark was the hope. It does dry a little light later. I think there's a little bit of brown in this, which is totally fine. It's meant to be the ground, so my poor Schmincke palette just needs a good cleaning at this point. I'm gonna wait until the end of the challenge, though. A challenge? Is that what this is? World Watercolor Month Challenge? Yeah. Challenge being to paint something every day. And I'm not painting something every day, but I am doing many small paintings every couple of days. Just, it's challenging to paint within limits. I've usually don't limit myself for painting anything. I don't. If I put out a long video, I put out a long video. If I put out a short video, I put out a short video. If it turns out to be like 3 hours long or something silly like that, I might time lapse it and just put it up as a time lapse. With voiceover, or colored pencil pieces tend to be that way. But these quick little watercolor practices are super fun, and trying to do a pretty finished, successful piece in such a short amount of time, because I'm giving myself 15 minutes to a half an hour for each painting. Like, that's the goal. Keep it either under 15 or under 30, and not go over 30 for any of my paintings. And I have gone over like 32 and 34, but for the most part, I'm sticking to my goal. And so far, I'm really satisfied with how things are turning out. Just Wedding Caps Star. I'm using the pearlescent white mixed with a touch of blue to get that kind of silvery shine, because I don't have a silver paint in the paint that I've assigned for this challenge. I've assigned myself, which is another limitation, right? I've assigned myself my core watercolors, my Gansai Tambi set, which I'm really using a lot of. I'm loving it. And then my Schmincke Super Granulating Galaxy set. And the only other color that is in that palette is the Danielle Smith's Bronzite Genuine, which was purchased just because I wanted it. It's a super fun color, but those limitations, you kind of have to be a little creative. Like, how am I going to make this feel silvery? And taking the pearlescent white and adding a touch of blue, I think, helped with that on the white paper. So that's what we're doing right now. We're just dropping in that silver band and the star, the silver star. I was listening to I'm finally purchased the last couple books of my zombie series, so I was listening to book 10, the end of book 10 and the beginning of book 11 when I did this. So, yeah, super entertaining. For my drive across the country, I got myself Dean Koontz's Frankenstein series on Audible. I didn't know he did a Frankenstein series, so I'm super excited about that. And then I got a series called Orbs, which is kind of a sci-fi kind of story, which I love. Hopefully I'll love it. But I like sci-fi, anything sci-fi, good, bad, ugly, and in between. I am going to watch it. If it is a movie, I'm going to subject myself to it at least once. It's a little bit of a problem, but I do like a sci-fi book as well, or something with a little bit of magic or mystery or fantasticalness. When I'm listening to or reading a book, I want to be entertained. I want to be pulled out of my own world and fully immersed into something maybe not realistic or real in this day and age at any rate. So super looking forward to those series. Also listened to book 1 of the Dresden Files. That was pretty good. I may end up getting a couple more of those for the drive as well. We'll see. I mean, I think each one, it's only a 7-day drive. So here and there. Day 1 is going to be like a short day drive, and hopefully days 2 through 5 will be full day drives, and then the last day is like your last little tidbit of driving. But yeah, I got those books for the drive, and I'm super excited to listen. It's hard to not listen to them now, which is why I'm re-listening to my zombie series, because I love Mark Tufo's Zombie Fallout series. Is a really fun read or listen if you like that kind of storyline. Apocalyptic, the apocalypse. I'm going in with blue here. It will dry lighter. It does look kind of super dark right now. Now I have to look at the piece again. It feels too dark. I'm assessing my own work. I'm like, hey, that's not right. Where's Cap Shield? Where is it? I think it's on the back of this. It is. Yeah, it does. It ends up drying lighter. Kind of that blue jean kind of blue. That's the color I was going for. The all-American blue jean blue. I don't know what I'm talking about, you guys. It's late. I'm sleepy. I actually have packed up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 more boxes of stuff to go to storage, plus my cart, my little trolley cart. For those of you that don't know, I am moving across the country from New York State to Washington State at the end of August, and I am doing that drive. So the plan is to put everything in storage here, get there. I'm going to be staying with my daughter for a couple of months, and once we get things settled and decide how things are going to work, and I get a place sorted, I'm going to come back probably next spring at the rate things are going, and fly back, rent a U-Haul, one of the vans, because I'm getting rid of all the big furniture. I'm just keeping like dishes and boxes, regular household stuff and your precious things that you really don't want to start over with, bedding, your good towels and things like that. But like big furniture, I don't want to move big furniture across the country. It's too expensive. So I'm selling all my big furniture and keeping all my small stuff. By the time I get done, I'm pretty sure it will all fit in one of those U-Haul vans rather than the big truck thing. So the plan is to come back here next spring and rent a U-Haul and throw everything in it and drive back. So that'll probably be my vacation, such as it is, for next year to come get my stuff and and move forward. So that's the plan of action. I did price out movers to move all my stuff. It is wicked expensive, and I can't afford to go down that road. So yeah, doing the big picture thought pattern here. And going in with, because this is Cap's shield, it's not clean, right? It's dark out. It's an evening-ish kind of scene. So the colors in the shield are going to be very muted. It's dirty, it's broken, it's battered. So that's why the colors, I've picked the colors that I picked. Mixed to that mixture there is magenta and some pure red. I don't know what I did with my swatch for my oh my goodness, Kuretake paints. It's on the couch, I think. I have to sort through that stack of paper and find it. It's really bugging me. But it's a mix of those kinds of colors to get that more muddy, gritty feel. That more earthy red rather than the true vibrant, snappy red. And I do go over this a couple times and drop in more bright red as well, because it does get away from me in some spots. It feels too dark, too much, more of a blood red than a our traditional red, white, and blue red. Yeah, so that's the thought patterns behind all this, all the red right there. I do dig it though. Now that I'm looking at this, did I do the right colors in the right order on a shield? Oh dear. I did look at the reference photo. Yeah, that's right. I looked at several reference photos, and there are different variations of Cap Shield. And people paint it in different ways as well. So I did look at several reference photos for the art just to pick something that I wanted to do or try to recreate. And this one I dug in particular, that fully broken. I did actually like the one where it's a comic cover. It's a comic book cover of Cap sitting on the ground, and the shield is literally shattered in his lap into pieces. That I like that cover as well, but I thought that would be just a bit too much, a little too challenging. That would take a little bit longer than my allotted time frame. So that was another reason why I didn't do people, like put a human figure in this piece as well. So yeah, that's that. This is actually going pretty quickly for being a more involved piece, I believe, in my opinion. Trying to get that kind of bowed feeling along with battered and broken. Yeah. It's fun painting. It's super fun painting. A good challenge. I do like my other one from this one's more painterly than the other piece that I did. The other piece that I did for Inktober, I did in inks first, so it's much more vibrant. It's ink on Bristol paper. This is watercolor on watercolor paper, so it's of course going to feel super different. This one feels more painterly to me than my other piece did, which is fine. I really like it. I like how it turned out. I'm actually kind of liking almost I like almost every piece I did so far. We do have some fun ones coming up. I won't spoil it for you. Whoopsie daisy, knocking stuff around, being destructive. I did find while I was packing as well. I'm on a bookmaking journey as well. Making my own journals for painting and drawing, the journals that I want to paint and draw from, something for me. And I found this little 2x2x2 square one that I made. It's my very first one ever that I made. And then I made two more like to draw in there. They've got all kinds of different drawing papers in them. I did every other page is like white and then brown and black and white and brown and black. For the signatures, I found those today. I popped those. I'm going to go ahead and work in those over the next month. I thought that this is a kind of a good format for me to work in over the next couple of months to keep up with the channel while I'm moving, right? That's the goal. Oh, I got a job too. I got a fully remote job out of California. I start on the 7th, so I have a job lined up already. Super excited. I got all kinds of stuff going on, you guys. It's crazy. Yeah, it's a lot. I'm having fun though. I mean, I'm in a good mood and I'm doing well. I don't feel like burned out or washed out, or usually when I do a challenge like this, I start to feel a little overwhelmed and taxed. Like I'm not gonna be able to finish this plus do all the regular things that I do for the channel. Plus Patreon, plus, plus moving, plus working full-time job, plus looking for a new full-time job. Excuse me. I'm actually feeling pretty good about where things are heading right now, which is awesome. Yeah, this is getting close to being done. I'm feeling pretty satisfied with it. I'm right now deciding to darken up that background. I don't really like how it dried, so I'm throwing in another layer on all the dark spots. I want them to be nice and dark. Yeah, I like that better. And I know it's going to dry a little bit lighter, but I wanted it to have a nice heavy coat of dark paint so that the shield kind of pops more. Yeah, I dig it. And I put a couple of, ding marks on it with the iridescent. I was trying for a, like it got hit by an explosive device or something, kind of gouge or ding. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Okay, now I'm going to do a little dry brushing to kind of pull in some shadows and dirt and grit. It's more grittiness, so it doesn't look quite so fresh. So that's what I'm doing right now, kind of pulling in that ground color onto the surface of the shield and getting in a little bit of shadows here and there. Let me know what you think in the comments below. You guys like the superhero stuff? Are you interested in seeing me try to do more of these kinds of pieces? I actually am very interested in doing some of the big recreating the covers in gouache. I think that would be super fun challenge. The covers to the comic books. Some of them are just, the art is just gorgeous. For a comic book, you know, in my head, I think comic book, you know, for kids and you know, but no, comic books are for adults. There's a lot of adult content in comic books. I don't know, man. I don't think they're for kids anymore. A lot of them. But yeah, I would be interested in recreating some of the covers that are just beautifully done. Yeah, almost done. Kind of just fussing and feeling dissatisfied. And do I want to do this? Do I want to do that? Now here's where I'm doing a little glaze of pure red, because that red just feels too muddy. Not vibrant. Not quite vibrant enough. I wanted it dark, but not quite that, you know, gritty. So a little bit, pop in a little bit more here and there. Overall, I really like how it turned out. I had a lot of fun painting it, listening to a book. Very relaxing way to paint, by the way. Pop in a book and just go. I highly recommend it. Or a show, or TV show, or music, or whatever you like to listen to when you're creating. Here we go, taking off our tape. This is one of my favorite parts. Again, let me know what you think in the comments below. If you're new, thank you for coming by the channel. I hope that you'll subscribe and comment and like and all the things. And for those of you who are not new, you're repeat customers, people. I don't know what I'm talking about. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. There's our close-up. I think it looks super cool. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.